nigga. Go ahead. You taking up our time. But alright. I'll give you that. It's my nigga Megatron. Y'all know this nigga. I don't tell you his real name, but y'all know him as Megatron. Alright, nigga, you got yours. You got yours. I'll explain that to you here in a minute. But we talk about fucking Megatron wants in on that. That nigga wants in on it. Damn, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. I'm gonna stop doing that, nigga. Smoking and talking. I gotta learn my lesson. My bad. Anyways, nigga. This is Pimpin. So let's bring out the books first and foremost. Let's bring out the books, right? It's not a game. So energy work. Robert Bruce. Energy work. The secrets of healing and spiritual growth. Pimpin. Energy work. The Women's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets by Barbara Walker. Barbara G. Walker. Yeah, that's the G. Barbara G. Walker. Women's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets. Barbara G. Walker. Chaos Magic. The Master Works of Chaos Magic. I think it's Adam Blackthorne. Master Works of Chaos Magic. Practical Sigil Magic. Practical Sigil Magic by Frater U.D. Creating Magical Entities. Now, Brother Panic talked about this one. I got this from Brother Panic. I was like, oh, that sounds like some dope shit. I got to try that shit. Got to try it. Drop Dead Fred was one of my favorite fucking movies growing up. Drop Dead Fred. I watched that shit 1,000,000 times. We'll talk about it. Oh, we got to. You know what I'm talking about? This nigga Megatron's over here buzzing. This nigga had to get. I got to get this nigga high just to shut the fuck up. Yeah, we in it. We in it as usual. This Pimpin' though. Crystal Zodiac by Kate Huang. Crystal Zodiac. And I'm gonna tell you why. We will get to it. Crystal Zodiac. Yeah. Strengths-based leadership. Strengths-based leadership. Tom Rath, Barry Conchi. Strengths-based leadership. Great teams, great leaders, great teams, and why people follow. Great leaders, great teams, and why people follow. This Pimpin'. And I ain't playing with you. Trying to learn you something. Try to learn you something. And learn we shall. So, save the best for last. Save the best for last. The Cunt coloring book. Payal. What the fuck does that say? T. Corinne. Cunt coloring book. Hey man, save the best for last. The best for last, and I'm gonna tell you why. Oh, and so you know, we in it for real. It's not a game. Oh, you can't really. Hold on. Oh, I didn't even. My bad. Oh, here's a good one. It's not a game. It's not a game at all. It's not a game at all. Now, I mean, you know, again, I'm a man. I'm just saying, you know, I'm a guy. If you want to get you a penis coloring book, by all means, do your thing, bro. or sis, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Check it out. It's like a light blue or some shit. I don't know what was going on with that. I ain't necessarily the one who colored all of these. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But some of them have been colored. You know what I'm saying? The point being, like, here's a good one. See? But just from here, it just kind of depends on where your imagination goes. Which is a huge point, imagination. Again, because I ain't trying to be nasty. It's just, you talking about fuck it. And getting paid for it. You see what I'm saying? So, again, fuck it and getting paid for it. When you got hoes, you put them out there on the stroll, they go do what they do and bring it back to you. So, I don't see any big difference than me trying to tap into these gods and goddesses and deities and spirits. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to put them out on the stroll. Don't get me wrong. Now, there's something to be said about seeking just to be seeking. The knowledge just to be knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It is about intent. You know what I'm saying? And how bad you want to know. Or how bad you want whatever it is, that which you desire. You see what I'm saying? It's why intent, you know, you really, you got to want it. But again, we ain't chumps here. We are not new niggas to this. And again, if you fucking with me, I'm trying not to, you know what I'm saying, be too basic. Because we own one now. We got good books here. Good books. So, again, you want to get with these guys and goddesses, you may have to do some rituals and whatever to contact them. But once you contact them, you should be in the mind frame of, nigga, I'm a god too. We either getting ready to start pimping, or there's some energy I'm getting ready to use. I need some shit. I need you to go out there and get it. You got to go do it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I need healing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Say I got one of my family members or whatever's down bad. I may need the strength in my hand to go over there and lay hands on them and this and that or whatever. I need a deity with me to make sure they, you know what I'm saying, that power and that whatever else. You see what I mean? I'm trying to put it in a context to where, you see what I'm saying, even though we talking about pimping, because that's just where we at with it mentally. You know what I'm saying? We game recognized game. You see what I'm saying? Spiritual hoes. Game recognized game. There's plenty of spiritual hoes out here. So I mean, if they just giving up energy, they giving it out anyway. You see what I'm saying? They want to pray to something. They doing what they giving it out anyway. They ain't really got no whatever. They just want to be blessed, or they just what, you know what I'm saying? It's not really a question about it to me. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's hard for me to even put that shit in words. You know what I'm saying? It's about feeling. But let's get to it, because it's also about these books. You know what I'm saying? I know where I'm at with it. I'm trying to get you where the fuck I'm at with it. So let's hit these books. Right. The Right Mind Frame. Women's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets. Christ, the Christos. Let's go to the Christos, man. I gotta take you to the Christos. It's not that hard. Christos. I'm almost there. Give me a second. Christos. Alright. Anointed One. Title of many Middle Eastern sacrificial gods, derived from Oriental cults of the sacred marriage. In the East, the god's lingam, or the erect penis, of his statue was anointed with holy oil, which is Greek for chrism, for easy penetration of his bride, the goddess, impersonated by one of the virgins. So, before anointing with oil, the god's phallus was often reddened with the color of life with pigment, wine, or blood, specifically the menstrual blood, of his bride. Because kingship was once dependent on the sacred marriage, anointing became the official rite of investiture for surrogate kings as well as real kings. It carried the promise of godhood. Right. So, bear with me. This has a fucking point, right? Or you know what? Let's just skip to the point here, because I'm not going to read this whole goddamn thing. So, the bottom line here is we talking about a penis and menstrual blood. Or basically just, you know what I'm saying, the oil from the vagina. That's Christos. That's Christ. I'm just saying. If you think I'm a joke, down here, a Christos was a priest, specifically designated sin bearer or redeemer, one who atoned for other sins among the Slavs. No. We don't need that part. We need this part. Eventually, the anointing of the phallus was displaced to the head because the marriage rite was omitted from public sacrifices of the Savior, Redeemer, Son of God, etc. Like the New Testament Christ, he was anointed only for his burying, the marriage with the earth. John 12:7. Jesus became a Christos when he was christened for burial by Mary, the Magdalene or Temple Maiden. Matthew 26:12, who also announced his resurrection. Mark 15:47. Yeah, in this book, they go there, partner. They go there. It's in the book. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is encyclopedia of myths and secrets. It goes there. So again, Jesus was christened Christos, the head, symbolically phallic penis, anointed with the earth, the black mother earth. You know what I'm saying? God, earth, fucking. We still talking about fucking. You see what I'm saying? It just goes without saying. If you flip a few pages here, we get to clitoris. I'm telling you, bear with me. We get to clitoris, right? Reading straight from the book for informational, educational purposes and all of that type of shit, right? Clitoris, you feel me? From Greek, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but it's Kleitoris. You try it if you want to. Kleitoris. Now, why did I just take the time to spell it out? Because you may actually, like I said, spell it out. If you, where I'm at with it and where I'm getting ready to go with it, damn, I think I just lost my page. Nope, I got it. Where I'm at with it and where I'm getting ready to go with it, you may want to use that word. It's a Greek word. So on an advanced level, it carries way more power than an English word. We don't even use Old English. You see what I'm saying? So just from a language perspective, it's a Greek word. Kleitoris. We spell it Clitors, but it was KLE, right? Instead of CLI. KLEI. Anyways, point being, in Greek, it means divine, famous, goddess-like. Divine, famous, goddess-like. That's what the clitoris means. Ain't we talking about pimping? Goddess-like. Ain't we talking about gods and goddesses? So if the clitoris is goddess-like, it may stand to reason that I may have a good chance getting close to a goddess and or some goddess energy, divine feminine energy, by fucking with the clitoris. Maybe meditating while staring at a clitoris. You know what I'm saying? Maybe slipping into a trance by just drawing different colors and coloring one. You see what I'm saying? Like, peep game. Follow me real quick. Again, I'm going to bring it down here. From here, of course, you can see the finger and the thumb, but disregard all that. Can you see like a woman or a lady or something with a hoodie on? You know what I'm saying? It's only, you know what I mean, and you stroll up and whatever. And again, I'm not trying to be no fucking Van Gogh. I'm not saying these are super realistic depictions of a woman's vagina and whatever else. I'm not even getting into all of that, you fucking weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Point being, that's what it is. It's still a motherfucking vagina. It's the cunt coloring book. But you get my point here, right? The clitoris is divine, goddess-like. So, on a real base level, but I ain't judging nobody. It just kind of is what it is. If we talking about pimping and getting pussy is the game and or whatever else, well, again, it stands to reason that you should be meditating to that shit, putting that shit out there in the universe and whatever else. Not from the aspect of, oh, I need it, I want it, I need it, I want it, I gotta have it and whatever else. Just, getting in tune with it, being in line with it, being comfortable with it. All things pussy, this, that, and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But real shit, it comes down to it. Again, a lot of fucking phallic symbols. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be fair on both ends, because again, the Christos was about the phallic being anointed. You see what I'm saying, nigga? You become a Christos the very moment you dip it in the pussy. As soon as you stick it in, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you in the right mind, but just in general. Some of us look at this from a whole nother perspective. You see what I'm saying? This is we ain't doing the same fucking that you talking about fucking, and that's what I'm about to get to again. But that was just a base, so that you get that. I could go to a bunch of other stuff, but I ain't gonna do it unless anything pop. I ain't gonna do it. We got too many other books to talk about. Not enough time to talk about them. So, again, this is the guy. He also wrote Astral Dynamics. I have that book too. Got both these motherfuckers off Amazon. But Energy Work, hell of a book. Hell of a book. Hell of a book. Hell of a book. Got the page mark. Energy Tools. So, if I need to go back through some shit, we can go back through some shit, or you can get the book and figure some shit out for yourself. But Energy Tools. So, because we talk about pimping, I ain't gonna go into anything else but it. So basically, a lot of what this does is it charges energy. Hold on, I need the cure for the common cotton mouth. Nigga, cure for the cotton mouth. Give me a quick second. So we talk about moving energy. If you understand, or just if you've heard of Tantra and some of this other shit I'm gonna get into, we talking about moving energy, charging energy, feeling energy throughout your body. You see what I'm saying? I think the main reason why I said spiritual growth, like some people are cool with being possessed. Some are okay with it. You fuck with some of these guys and whatever else, it's damn near a requirement. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna take over you. As long as you kind of know what's going on, then it's sort of like all you really do is take a back seat. You sit back and watch it happen and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Might be kind of funny, but I hope you understand in all seriousness. But like, I talk to my bones. I talk to my bones. They're alive. You know what I'm saying? They got all kind of life. I talk to a lot of shit inside my body. But one of the things, I talk to my bones. I fuck with my bones. So sometimes I get to dancing and my bones will just do what the fuck they do. You know what I mean? Because that's what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I can just take a back seat and let my body do its thing. And I'm not really wasting any energy, any mental energy. I'm not thinking, what am I going to do next? I'm just letting it do what it do. Same thing like I ain't going to get into all that. You know what I'm saying? We talk about pimping. We ain't talking about fighting. So, again, but being able to feel the energy flow throughout your body. A quick example of what this is talking about is stroking the back of your hand or stroking the inside of your hand, whatever is more sensitive and whatnot. But stroking your hand and then you stop. Now, mentally, try to remember, because again, that's a big part. Remember, not visualize. That's a hell of a word. Remember. Man, If you lasted with me 20 seconds in, remember this shit. Remember. Memory. But remember what it feels like. Remember what it feels like. That's way harder than, I guess I want to say, imagine, because some shit you do not have to imagine. What you want to strive to do, like say you're time traveling, going to the past. You want to remember certain shit. Remember a smell from your house or whatever. You want to remember, you know? Let me sit up, man. I feel like the light is coming through from the back, and I don't want to blind you niggas. But remember. Anyways, try to remember what that feeling is. You know what I'm saying? Remember that feeling. Try to remember that. And then if you can remember that shit, try to transfer that feeling of being touched, being rubbed somewhere else. Maybe to your, start at your hand and then try to feel or, visual, it's all in the mind. Or this is where I guess the imagination comes in. Fuck it, whatever. But after you remember what that feels like, try to take that feeling, the memory of that feeling, and move it down your arm. Move it on around, move it wherever. You see what I'm saying? Now, once you get used to doing that and you've done it a few times, then you don't have to physically touch your hand. You already know what it feels like, or you have that memory locked in. Your brain is used to going there. So anyways, you can generate that feeling, generate that energy in your hand, and then move it wherever you need to move it. Or you can generate that energy anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? You can start with your knee. Rub on your knee. Rub on your leg. Rub on whatever. We talking about pimping, right? Which means we talk about fucking, right? Okay. So, if, for lack of better words, right? If we thinking about, well, I'm a man, right? So as men, you know what I mean? Men, right? You get aroused. You thinking about your dick. You see what I'm saying? And you start to get aroused. Transfer that energy, move that feeling to your hand, to the palm of your hand, or to your fingertips. See what I'm saying? Then go touch your lady. Well, then start rubbing on her or something or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Moving that energy around. That's part of where energy work and the healing comes in. See, you can do whatever you want to do with it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You into Reiki or whatever the fuck it is. You into some of that, like I said, you into, do whatever you want to do with it. We talk about pimping. So what goes through your mind is what goes through your mind. I don't give a shit what you think is good or evil. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You see what I'm saying? As long as you're getting your mission accomplished, you doing what you got to do, hey man, that's on you. But you can see how just this book can elevate your game in so many ways. Because again, the spiritual growth, you used to, the main thing about this is feel is the hardest, feel is the most important. Feel is the most important of the senses. Feel. Because it's what you feel that lets you know exactly where you stop and the rest of the world begins. Fucking write that down. Feel is how you know where you stop and the rest of the world begins. Feel out of the senses. The motherfucker is so hard. It is so important to this whole goddamn thing. That's the reason why you can use feel for emotions mentally. How do you feel today? But feel is a touch. It's you see what I'm saying? How the fuck is it both? Because it's that fucking powerful. That's why it's both. Feel is the most important one to wrap your head around. Again, right here, this is how I know my head stops. This is how I know where my hair stops. You know what I'm saying? This is how I know where my ear is. And everything else outside of this ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I feel that's me. What the fuck? There's nothing else here. So you think. But that's the point, right? Feel. That's how you know your shell. That's what you in. So you can see how you go from that to the other shit. Let's get to the book, like astral travel and whatever else. Once you get used to what you feel like in your shell, you get used to leaving that shit. Anyways, we gonna keep going because this is about pimping, man. And the energy. You see what I'm saying? So again, moving energy. There's a reason why I'm talking about that shit. Speaking of which, before we get like really into that too, let me bring up this crystal Zodiac real quick. Main reason what I liked about this crystal Zodiac is because again, man, this is pimping. So depending on who you dealing with, let's just see. Well, fuck it. First thing pop up is Scorpio. So, Scorpio. First of all, you know what I'm saying? It's got some cool. This is like a geode, I believe. But this is, it says rhodochrosite. So it's got really cool pictures of the stones and whatever else. But it gives you a little quick breakdown of Scorpio. See, look, boom, there's the sign. All signs and symbols can be used. And you understand that shit. So anyways, right. Gives you an understanding of the shit, so to speak. Sun in Scorpio. Sun in Scorpio, right? The stone associated with Sun in Scorpio is rhodochrosite. All right. Heart chakra. Now, moon in Scorpio. The moon in Scorpio. Stone associated with that is celestite. Ascendant or rising sign in Scorpio. Stone associated with that, smoky quartz. So. Why do you bring that up? Why do I bring that up? Because this is pimping. Stones. Did I take my shit off? Doesn't even matter. I'm literally, man. Y'all just don't get it. But here, fuck it, let me grab this necklace. Show y'all some stones. You talking about stones? I got stones. So this is what I do. My hobby and whatnot, man. I make crystal jewelry. Point being, I always keep something on. Point being, these crystals can help you do the same shit. Now, if these stones resonate with this energy, if you understand the crystal game and whatever else, right? It's cool to look at them. They look good. It's cool and all. Yeah, the fashion and everything. That shit's hard. But this is in fact a bracelet that endorses leadership qualities. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of dope. I didn't even know that. That's why I picked it up. It just so happens to be the one I focus on because I also got this leadership book. But yeah, that banded agate, them joints, it's banded agate. Them promote leadership. In between there is hematite, one of my bullshit blockers. But hematite actually pulls the negative energy from your aura. So the way I look at it, it like helps to stop you from creating negative thoughts about the shit that you getting ready to do. So hematite, again, promoting leadership with the banded agate. And then you got the hematite that's going to kind of block some of the bullshit that you may start about yourself. And then bloodstone, African bloodstone, courage and protection and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? To give you that, let's do it. But a lot of these stones help you along your path. But again, they have their individual traits, this, that, and the third. But you still have to charge them with intention. You see what I'm saying? The intention being this pimping. The intention being to get you some pussy. The intention being to get you laid, to find you a nigga that ain't gonna trip if you give him some pussy and you want to leave or whatever else. You know what I'm talking about? The intention is just pimping. Whatever your intentions may be. But not only can the crystals do that, I'm gonna jump to this book, bring in my mans. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but this is advanced shit, so man, hater to love it. Not only that, but these niggas, when you start doing shit like this, so in a nutshell, creating magical entities. The reason why I will reference Drop Dead Fred a lot of times. I think Brother Panic. I got this shit from Brother Panic. One of his lectures or whatever I was watching. I think he might have mentioned Drop Dead Fred too. And I watched that shit a million times as a kid growing up. It's just when I was younger, man. Drop Dead Fred was hard. I like that movie. Anyways, point being, creating magical entities. You see, that's a sigil down there, which is why I guess I can go ahead and reference both of these all in one wop, because they do kind of tie into each other. So again, like I said, spiritual hoes. Remember I mentioned spiritual hoes? Well, a lot of these people out here, they spiritual hoes. You know what I'm saying? That kind of is what it is. I ain't talking down or bad about nobody's faith, none of that shit. But a lot of faith without works is dead, or some old shit like that, right? So a lot of them is in it, but they ain't really in it. Like I said, you get possessed by the Holy Ghost, sure. You can call it the Holy Ghost, or whatever you want to call it. You see what I'm saying? But I know what a nigga that gets possessed look like. Anyways, my bad. That's a bit off subject. Something's trying to throw me off, because this is killer. Nah, let me get back to it. If you lasted this long, this is good game. So, the reason why I stopped on the bracelet, the crystals, these entities, okay? New niggas do new shit. All of them gods, somebody gave them a name. Even Osiris, Set, whatever, they got a name. Somebody gave them a name. You see what I'm saying? And this is why they're still remembered, they're revered, they're whatever. Their names have lasted for so goddamn long. You see what I'm saying? And throughout the years, there was so many people giving them energy. Now, basically what this is saying is exactly what they did. They created a god. Oh my God, I got another book. I'll tie that in later. If anybody catches on to this and comments on it, I have another book that is just great for this subject. You'll have to remind me. Because I don't see it off the dribble, but it's like the origins of, oh my God, I gotta get that book. But it's a big black and white book. Man, I talked about it once. Anyways, see again, something's trying to pull me away from giving y'all this game. Back to it. You can create your own gods. The fuck is he talking about? Yeah, nigga, you create your own gods. That kind of is the point. I mean, not to say it, but nigga, this is why I'm like this, sitting with this. Titans. The Titans. You know the myth of the Titans? The Titans created the gods. Titans preceded the gods. Zeus crushed them. Let me get into all of that. Point being, you can create your own gods. I don't want to say there'll be gods from the beginning, especially if you a novice, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? But you can create your own magical entities and call them whatever you want to call them. Give them whatever title you want to give them. But just like they created a god, I mean, think about it. There's a god of wheat. There's a god of oak trees. There's a god of birch trees. There's a god of this plant, a god of that plant, a god of tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? There's gods for so much shit. How can you not? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but obviously niggas were creating shit. And then over here they got this name. Over there they got that name. Over here they got this name. Well, check this out. Over here, this nigga got a name. Y'all don't know his name. I know his name. He gets plenty of fucking power. Plenty. But you get my drift here. You can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Get creative with it. And like I said in my other video, now, I mean, if I wanted to create an entity that would go out there and find women that, you know what I'm saying, or bring more women into my peripheral, or whatever you want to call it that find me attractive and some old shit, then, you can do that. Or, just, I don't know, I'm just trying to, wing it, I suppose. But you get the point, man. We done been here long enough. You get the point. You can create your entity for whatever you want to create your entity for. Reason why I say this is pimping, right? To give them more starting power, right? This is pimping. Another advanced note. To give them more starting power. To give them more, to give them more energy to go with, right? So you can create a sigil, which is basically just a symbol, but you can create a sigil like that shit down there. And ways to do it is by taking a word, taking some of the letters out of the word, or taking all the letters of a word, jumbling them together somehow, or linking all the letters together in a different way, and making some type of symbol out of it. But however you choose to do it, there's many different ways. We ain't gonna get it. We can talk about that if you want to, but again, that's another video, how to do that shit. I think I have made one video about using this shit for sigils or whatever else. But the point is, you create a sigil or a symbol, right? And you can put that symbol or that sigil anywhere. You can draw it and whatever else, and everybody that sees it, you know what I'm saying, is giving him some energy, or that does something, you know what I'm saying? But now it's locked into their subconscious. They've seen that sigil. They've seen that, you know what I'm saying, whatever, somewhere, like graffiti artists, you know what I'm saying? This is logos and shit. This is the power of a logo. You don't know what's in that logo or what that logo might entail or whatever, but the logo is basically a fucking sigil that gets stuck in your mind, that gets locked in your mind. So when you see them golden arches, we talking about McDonald's. That's the McDonald's logo. That's the McDonald's sigil. And now it's been used so much, it's out there so much, that when the McDonald's sigil, for low thinkers or just people who ain't really in tune with certain shit, you see the McDonald's sign, you suddenly want some fries. Or you might smell fries, and fries start looking real good. That's because I have the power in that symbol, the power in that sign. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I digress. But your magical entities, you can give them a sign. They also like to have a house. You see what I'm saying? Something like Megatron, a statue of something like this is something I can interact with often. So again, energy. My heart is beating. This nigga is within my aura. You know what I'm saying? There's energy being transferred to and from this little guy. And again, just saying, it's all about how deep you want to go with it and whatever else. You see me, I talk to my dude. We got a telepathy thing. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But again, because that's advanced shit. You know what I'm saying? We get into it if you want to get into it. But that's the point here. They need houses and whatever else. You can create an entity and keep it in your bracelet. You know what I'm saying? It's that serious. So every time you walking around with this shit, it's right here next to your arm. It's getting that heartbeat, that pulse. You know what I'm saying? So it's I ain't trying to go too deep on you, but that is what we talking about, man. This is pimping. Using all of this shit to your advantage. Like I said, you can do whatever you want to do with it, but because it's pimping, get some shit and do whatever you want to do with it. You know what I mean? These are just my crystal bracelets. You really can't use anything. In Japanese culture, like their swords had spirits. So inanimate objects, you can use anything. Again, like I just said, the sword had spirits. That's Japanese culture. Not even just some Africans and whatever. We go everywhere with this shit. So, shit can have spirits. You see what I'm saying? Look at Chucky. Hello. Even the voodoo shit. Dumbala, Dewey, Dumbala. That's the voodoo shit. So anyways, Haitian shit, Vodon, whatever. I don't know. Don't get me in trouble. I'm just saying. But that's that type of shit. But it's a doll that has life and whatever. You see, they just made another video or whatever about that shit. But that's the Chucky shit. So be aware of that shit. So anyways, which again kind of brings up the chaos magic. Oh, let me hit you with this too. Again, this is pimping, right? Chapter 3, the magical trance activating the sigil. Chapter 3, right? Recommended for lightning charging. For people who are always in a hurry. Having finished the sigil with much effort, go to bed with it. Masturbate, and during sexual climax, concentrate on the graphic sigil. If you have a well-trained imagination, you might as well visualize the sigil. You might as well visualize the sigil, but beginners are advised to stare at the glyph with widely open eyes. It is crucial that you place the sigil in front of your eyes during orgasm. So, we're going to take this to the next level, okay? During orgasm. So, if that is lightning, the lightning fast, the quick way to do some shit, you see what I'm saying? To fire off a magical sigil or a spell or an incantation. You see what I'm saying? That's the quick fire way. Then obviously, if you have a willing partner or even an unwilling partner, because again, I ain't in the good or evil, do whatever you want to do. But you made that sigil, that sign, that pictograph, whatever. You drew that doodle. You did whatever you did. You see what I'm saying? They don't know what it means. No, you got to do is show them during climax, or have it on your shirt. Some people have a tattoo on your shoulder. I don't know, whatever you might want to do, but the point is yeah, while you stroking, bing. Look at this real fast. It don't even matter. They ain't even got to know what they looking at. You know what I'm saying? Or like like the book is suggesting, have it somewhere while you doing whatever. Go back to what you doing. Look at it. Out of sight, out of mind. Let it go. Put it out there in the universe. Doesn't matter how it works, as long as it works. You see what I'm saying? Don't doubt it. Don't put no negative energy on it. You see what I'm saying? Which is another reason why it's kind of good to create your own beings, your own magical entities, your own spirits. You don't have to go out there and fuck with anything that you think is really gonna make some harm you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You don't have to do it. Straight up. You can create your own shit, make your own lane, go your own way. This is why I say you niggas are new gods. There's so many new gods out here. Like me. I can simply say, don't none of that shit exist. And as long as in my mind, don't none of that shit exist. There's even, I'm telling you, I gotta get that fucking book. Because they say this is kind of how they came through with the swords and was able to actually destroy a lot of niggas. Because that time had came and gone. People believed in swords. They believed in swords and shields. They believed in strategic war power. You see what I'm saying? They did not believe in gods and this and that. You see what I'm saying? Cursing the river for not opening and not letting you a safe passage and shit. Don't nobody believe in that shit no more. So again, somebody sending some shit my way. Oh, he done put the evil eye on you. Who? What the fuck? That shit don't even exist. The fuck out of here. I don't believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I put the evil eye on somebody, I don't call it the evil eye or whatever the fuck else you want to call it. You see what I'm saying? But shit's real to me. So as long as it's real to me, it's all I give a fuck about. But again, even if you do some shit, the more people you can get to endorse your shit, you know what I'm saying, or see your shit, the more power they can get. It does say, about giving them power, you know what I'm saying, and how they can continue to maintain power, and the more sources of energy that they can get, or you know what I'm saying, even if you work it into a spell, into a way that as they do more of what you need them to do, they gain a portion of that energy for themselves. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they auto feed themselves. You don't have to come over here every week and do a ritual and light some incense and Om Mani Padme Om Ain Saraswati Om. You ain't got to come back and do that shit to him every week and pray to him and, oh, thank you Megatron, thank you. No, nigga. As long as you doing your job, you eating, and I'm eating, and the more powerful you get, the more it helps me, the more you can eat. You see what I'm saying? So this is a mutual benefit. But again, and their time is done. If he ain't got nothing else to eat, he don't exist. So again, we in the same boat here. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. And the reason why I say you can create your gods is because you start to you can give them any attributes, any stats. You create who they are, how they act, what they can and can't do, how they manifest in someone's life or whatever. You know what I mean? On the dark end, it could be a shadow, or you know what I mean. They could give niggas night terrors or come to a nigga in their nightmares and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? On the good end, it could be like some Cupid type shit. You know, like I said, this is pimping. Every time a female that's in my respective age range and sexual market, you know what I'm saying? Any female that's like that and whatever else, you know what I'm saying? Within the first 10, 15 minutes of talking to me, they pussy should be throbbing. It ain't even got to be because of me. They could be thinking whoever they want to think, whatever. But when they come around me, the pussy should be throbbing. They should, there should just be some type of horniness going on. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And as long as that happens, and I may or may not get confirmation of that, but as long as that happens, this nigga stays alive. That's not his job. I'm just saying. But the nigga will stay alive. He gets to live and play another day and or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The portion of that sexual energy that's generated in that female goes to him. If I don't get nothing out of it, I don't get nothing. But the portion that goes to him, you know what I'm saying? The rest of that is up to me to make it happen. But again, man, this has been a long-ass video. I hope I helped y'all out. I don't want to kill you out with too much stuff. I just, you know what I'm saying, realize it's been a long-ass video. Last of all, I'm gonna hit you with this real quick too. Strengths-based leadership, leaders, teams, and why people follow. Now again, I do want to keep this on a godly level, but the main thing that you do need to understand is what your strengths are. And because of your strengths, you'll kind of get an understanding of the type of people that'll follow you. You may be around certain people who require other strengths for them to be followers. You may be around certain people where you're actually better at being a follower. You can lead from within. But point being, man, I do believe there's like 32 different freaking ones. But okay. Leading with consistency. People strong in the consistency theme are keenly aware of the need to treat people the same. They try to treat everyone in the world with consistency by setting up clear rules and adhering to them. Cultivate trust by subjecting yourself to whatever rules or programs you approve for your group or organization. When you live by the rules, it demonstrates your respect for principle, sets the tone for equality, and encourages peaceful compliance. So this is what I meant in my last video when I was like, you best believe I'm pimping. Mind control over Debo. I gotta pimp my own body to know this is how I need to move. Okay, around these people, I need to lead with consistency. This will mean more to them. This will gain trust with them and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can't act like I'm above the rules and this and that and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get down there in the trenches and do what the fuck they doing. And show them I can live like this too. If I'm telling you to put your cell phone up, I'm gonna put my cell phone up. If I'm in there and I'm like, hey man, you gotta put your mask up. I don't give a fuck about that stuff, but hey, at the job, you'll get rolled up if you ain't got your mask up. You know what I mean? I don't want you to get fired for not doing this shit and just having this shit going on. It's dumb as hell, I agree, but put your mask up. I got mine up. You don't see me doing that shit. I got a big ass nose, bro. I'm not on whatever. But you get my point, man. Leading with consistency. That was just a quick example of that shit. There's another one I like. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Leading with woo. Leading with woo. People strong in the woo theme love the challenge of meeting new people and winning them over. They derive satisfaction from breaking the ice and making a connection with another person. Build trust. You naturally charm others. Be certain that you do it with integrity so that they can trust you when it matters. Otherwise, you'll have contacts but not followers. You'll have contacts but not followers. See what I'm saying? Show compassion. You win friends and fans wherever you go. It's important to you that some of those contacts develop into long-lasting partnerships. Consider how to make those individuals feel a special connection with you beyond the quick relationship you build with everyone you meet. How can you take important relationships to the next level? Invest the time and consideration necessary to do so. This is Pimpin'. And you have to understand how to go about doing it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's something that you do. Some people are naturally okay with that. You see what I'm saying? Some people, it is naturally cool to just lead with woo. They are easy. People strong in the woo thing love the challenge of meeting new people and winning them over. If that don't sound like you, well then you don't need to be trying to win by woo. Lead with woo. You don't need to be the person out there trying to meet new people and win them over. So guess what? You need to find you a leader or create you one. Or like I gave you the list, you know what I'm saying? I had the deity shit. It ain't next to me. I'll probably put it back in the library. But like I gave you the deity list. You see what I'm saying? And the deities will find you a god that does that shit. Oh man. Meeting new people. I talked about Ganesha. New beginnings. Om Gum Ganapate Nama. Om Gum Ganapate Nama. Om Gum Ganapate Nama. 3 times for you, my nigga. See what I mean? If that ain't you, find somebody that's out there, boom. So the new people that you meet, it's kind of like you done known them forever. It ain't really nothing. You know what I'm saying? You never know. The new people that you meet, it's easier for you to do that. Who knows, man? But you get my point here. That's leading with woo. It does have some, basically, you can figure out your strengths, what you're good at leading with, and it gives you examples and some type of real life scenario. You know, not necessarily real life scenarios, but it gives you some ideas to think about. You know what I'm saying? Leading with significance. People strong in the significance theme want to be very important in the eyes of others. They are independent and want to be recognized. So, even as a follower, because a lot of times we're not the boss at these jobs, especially if you're still at a 9 to 5 and shit. You're not the boss. And even if you are the boss has a boss. You're not the owner. You see what I'm saying? We all have a fucking boss. I started to wear my boss shirt, but I'm going to end up wearing, hey. Get back to it. Point is, you're not the boss. So, a good leader, you have to be able to manage wherever you at. You got to be able to manage the people under you, like your children. But you got to, even if you're just a simple team lead, and you know, you just always just recruit, you got to be able to manage the people under you and manage the people over you. You see what I'm saying? If you can understand, oh, okay, this boss wants to try to lead by significance. He likes to look like he's tough shit. He wants to stand out. He whatever. You see what I mean? Important in the eyes of others. It means you care about what people think about you, your reputation. But that's leading with significance. So now I know what matters to my boss, or at least his type of style. I can try to figure out a way to move next. Be smooth about this. This is Pimpin'. So again, you can tie all of that in, man. This has been a way longer video than I normally do. So I hope it all worked out for you, man. Subscribe, comment, let's get to it, right? And again, I hit you with a lot of shit. We can go down any one of these paths, but that was the plan. And we still ain't really got to talking about the fucking. So we gonna get to that. It might be next. Because yes, we are talking about sexual relations, and even when I say this is, we gonna get to it, right? OZ the Wizard. Subscribe, like. I'm out.